Hey guys, how you going? My name's Andrew. I'm CEO and co-founder of Agent Cloud, and today I'm going to be walking you through a quick introduction of the platform and also how to set up a RAG chat app with Google Bigquery. So to get things started, I'll head over to our docs. So Agent Cloud is an open source Gen AI platform. It helps you to build two types of AI apps. So first type of app that we help people build are conversational chat apps. And the most common thing that you can relate this to is a GPT, similar to OpenAI GPTs. The second thing that we help people make are process apps. Now this is a different type of app which allows you to essentially get multiple agents, assign them tasks, and get them to complete those tasks. So we call that a process app because you can automate processes. At the high level, the platform comes essentially with a RAG as a service built in. This means you can ingest data, it will chunk data for you, it will embed data, even using a local model. It will allow you to store that data within a vector database, in this case it's Qdrant. It will then allow you to retrieve data and then deploy an app, and that is a chat app similar to a GPT. On the multi-agent side, again, it's quite similar. You can build these augmented teams, create agents with different LLMs and with different data sources or different tools, and then assign them and build the app. Pretty much, there are 4 key differences that make it different from OpenAI. You can self-host it, you can connect it to any LLM, you can create RAG chat apps that can retrieve from hundreds of data sources, and you can create multi-agent apps. So let's get right into the demo. So if we head over to the platform, which you can run locally on your machine and get started with Docker, I've sort of pre-configured a bunch of things, including some models and some credentials in the platform. But what I'll show you today is how to connect Google BigQuery. So first thing, head over to New Connection, and you can select BigQuery. You could see that there were hundreds of other data sources that you can connect. For the data set in mind, we're going to get a data set of Elon tweets. It's from 2022 and has a bunch of different tweets that he's made. So there's a field with the actual tweet, and these are some other stats that come with the data set. So over in our platform, we'll just call it Elon_tweets. Now, the cool thing is you can also create a schedule. So say you've got data that you need constantly synced. Could be documents in Confluence or Jira or any other, HubSpot or Salesforce or any other sort of database that you have, Postgres, that you need to keep constantly in sync in a RAG chat app. You can actually do this here. For now, we'll do this as a manual sync. Provide the data set ID, provide the project ID, and provide a credentials JSON. Now what's happening is that under the hood, we're actually running Airbyte. So currently there is a connection being created in Airbyte under the hood, and this is going to test and see if it can connect to BigQuery. As you can see, it's connected to BigQuery, and there are 3 tables in BigQuery. If you want, you can select a specific field that you'd like to sync, or you could sync the whole table. In this case, we'll sync the whole table. In this section, you will select the field that you'd like to embed. In this case, it is the cleaned tweets field because that's the one that actually contains the data that we want to query against. And we'll select an embedding model. Now, over here, you can pick from, say, OpenAI text models, or in this case, I'm running a local model using fast embed. It's the BGE model. So press continue there, and that has kicked off a sync. What's happening in the background is that if I open up my terminal, you'll see that the sync is running. So that means in Airbyte, it's set up a connection, and you could see that is actually running. You don't even have to manage Airbyte, it will just manage everything for you. After that sync completes, it will then start chunking. It will chunk message by message, and then it will insert it into the vector database. This all happens automatically again. You don't really have to access any of those apps if you don't want to. So we'll let that go. We'll just open up our terminal to see what's going on. As you can see, it's now uploading it, chunking, embedding, and uploading and inserting it into that vector DB. And if we open our vector DB and refresh, we will see there is a new collection that has been created. So this collection contains all the tweets now, and it's just going to keep going. There are around over 2,000 rows. It's just going to keep inserting as we speak. So let's actually now query this data using a RAG chat app. I'm going to ask a question. This is the first point that's popped up. I want to find out. Let's ask a question that we can get like a very specific answer. All right, so we have a point here that I want to ask a question about. It's according to Elon, why was the Twitter deal temporarily on hold? So that's the question that we're going to ask. Let's just come back to our platform and get it ready to ask this question. So first of all, we need to attach this Bigquery dataset to a tool. So I've got a tool already set up here, and it's got a description. It says this dataset is filled with Elon Musk tweets from 2022. So attach the Bigquery dataset to it. It's very important that you get this description right, because the agent is going to need to know that description. Now we'll make sure that that tool is attached to the agent, and we can see it is Elon tweets. And we will instantiate an app. So this is a conversation app, and we're going to ask it our question about Elon. So according to Elon, why was the Twitter deal on hold? So it's doing its thinking process. It's realized that it needs to access the Elon tweets dataset, and it's crafted the retrieval query. So it's going to ask Twitter deal on hold. It's going to send that, embed that, send it off to the database. And as you can see, it now has its final answer. Acquisition deal was temporarily on hold pending details supporting calculation that spam and fake accounts do indeed represent less than 5% of users. Now that's excellent. That is how RAG really prevents hallucination. And we've shown end-to-end in this demo that you can ingest data from any data source, leverage chunking strategies, embed using any embedding model, store files in the vector DB, retrieve using a model, and then deploy an app that actually works and gives you that whole package end to end. So if you need any questions, feel free to join. If you have any questions, feel free to join our Discord and have a chat with us. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the platform. Thanks, guys.